from football season starting. And the Patriots are getting some good news and also some bad news ahead of the 2025 NFL season. Welcome to Patriots Today by Chat Sports. I am your host, Brett Alper, and we'll give you the good news first and also some good news on the back half of the show. But according to Ian Rapoport that we saw on September 4th, that Raiders wide receiver Amari Cooper informed the team that he no longer has the desire to play and intends to retire. Cooper had signed at the end of camp, which was literally like 10 days ago. And now he is heading home from Las Vegas. And why are we talking about Amari Cooper retiring and he's not a part of the Patriots? Well, if you if you live under a rock, the Patriots, they play the Raiders on Sunday for week 1. And you see these right here. Yeah, people think that the Patriots are going to win. It's not like a gigantic loss. It's not Jacoby Myers. It's not Trey Tucker. But this is the Raiders in a nutshell. Everything just always seems to feel like the sky is falling. And it's really kind of hilarious that just days before the regular season, Amari Cooper said, I don't really feel like it. And you see, like, he hasn't been the best wide receiver. Like, before 2023, he was great. But then last year with the Buffalo Bills, he had 44 catches, 547 yards, 12 drops, which is terrible. And he has completely fallen off a cliff. I mean, it took him that long to sign a contract because no one wanted him. But when you now look at the Raiders wide receiver depth chart, you see Jacoby Myers there. You see Trey Tucker there. You see Dante Thornton Jr. And then deep below, you have Jack Bech, the rookie. And it's like, okay, well, now they only have 4 wide receivers. They don't have any type of depth whatsoever. And when you look at the Patriots cornerbacks, we'll talk about Gonzo in a second, but Carlton Davis, you're going to see DJ James, Marcus Jones, Alex Austin. Yeah, those are plenty of guys that can guard them. You have a ton of cornerback depth with specifically Alex Austin and DJ James, and I love Marcus Jones. But with a thinned out wide receiver room, this is just going to help the Patriots cornerbacks, especially with Gonzo most likely out. And we're going to get into that in a second because I don't think he's playing, but we got you covered. We're going to tell you if Christian Gonzalez is going to be inactive or active for Sunday's game. So that's why you subscribe and you turn your noties on, because the second we find out, I will have a video or a short out for you guys, and you'll be the first ones to know. So make sure you hit that sub button and also turn those bells on so you know exactly what happens from the Patriots the second it happens. So let's talk about it. It's unfortunate, and as of this recording, Thursday, Patriots Christian Gonzalez is the lone player missing from Thursday's practice. And he has not practiced since July. And it seems just like more and more and more likely that he is going to miss some time. And that's when Terrell Williams, the Patriots defensive coordinator, went to the podium on Thursday, and he was asked about potentially playing without Christian Gonzalez. And his statement, we still have a little bit of time before we play. We feel good about our secondary. Well, that just tells me, like, well, you're kind of planning on, hey, Christian Gonzalez is not going to play. And he's going to be out. And I'm starting to get a little concerned about Gonzalez solely because there aren't many updates. We heard from Mike Vrabel that he's working to get better. He's working his ass off to try to get healthy. But it's day by day. Everybody heals differently. And we saw Jordan Schultz report back when it happened, his hamstring happened, that he was expected to be ready for week 1. Well, it's not happening. He's probably not going to play. He hasn't practiced, so what makes you think 3 days or 2 days before kickoff that he's going to be game ready? I don't think it's going to happen. And you see that right there. Hasn't played since July 28th. That's a little bit concerning. And Mike Vrabel talked about it when he spoke to the media, and he said, what's good for us and Christian is that the team is to try to not be frustrated. And obviously those things happen with his injury. And it's how we respond to him, how we work to get back, the communication and all the things that he's doing. Continue to work hard to get back and try to make sure we're doing everything we can to help him. We have to get him back to practice first, and then we'll have an update and status for Sunday. Well, he hasn't practiced since, so you're not going to get any practice time because the next practice that you have is a walkthrough. So he's not going to get anything. The good news, if there is any good news, is that Patriots did not place him on short-term IR. To put it in reference, Jelani Tavai was placed on short-term IR, so he's going to miss 4 weeks, and he can come back. If the Patriots thought he was going to miss 4 weeks, they would have placed him on short-term IR and just let him rest, let him rehab, and get back when the time is right after 4 weeks. But they obviously think that he's going to be ready within these next weeks because they would have placed him on it. So that's the good news. The bad news is probably not going to be playing against the Las Vegas Raiders. And it's a little concerning. I'm concerned because if we go to week 2 against the Miami Dolphins in Miami, that's going to be tough because who the hell is going to be guarding Tyreek Hill? So if you're concerned about Christian Gonzalez, give me a Y for yes down in the comments section, or give me a N for no. I'm a little bit concerned. I give it like a 60% if you had to put it on a scale. Coming up, some more injury news that impacts the Patriots that we got on Thursday morning. But before we get into that, I got to tell you about our sponsor of today's show, and that is brought to you by PrizePicks. You and I make decisions every day, but on PrizePicks, being right can get you paid. Don't miss any of the excitement this season on PrizePicks, where it's good to be right. PrizePicks is simple to play. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections. If you get your picks right, you can cash in. PrizePicks is the best way to win cash this football season. Which players are going off? Which ones aren't? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into cash all season long on PrizePicks. Download the app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. You can download the app for Sunday's game. It doesn't matter. You can put, if you think Drake May is going to get more than a certain amount of passing yards, or if Stephon Diggs is going to get more amount of receiving yards, just download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be right. Let's get to the news, injury news. I don't want to say it's good news when a player gets hurt because that's never something to celebrate about, but this is somewhat good for the Patriots because the Jets starting guard, Alijah Vera-Tucker, has suffered a potential serious injury and he's going to miss significant time. And we saw that he did indeed have surgery for a torn tricep, and he's going to miss the entire season. And this is a huge, huge hit. Vera-Tucker was just named a captain by the Jets for Aaron Glenn. And the Patriots, they got time until they play the Jets. So if he was going to come back, it was most likely he would come back between the time that the Patriots play the Jets in Week 11 or Week 16. But he's out for the entire season. And when you look at the Jets' offensive line, now that he's gone, I mean, Armin Membu is young guy. This whole entire offensive line is very, very, very young and weak and thin. And losing a captain and a great player like Vera-Tucker is just a massive, massive loss for the Jets. He was the best player on that offensive line. And the stats don't lie either. When you look at his 2024 PFF grades, that was 9th out of guard, 77.7. Yeah, lucky number 7. The pass blocking grade, the run blocking grade, not allowing a lot of hurries and not allowing a lot of pressures. When you lose a guy like that, we know all about that being fans of the New England Patriots. When you don't have a good offensive line, it sucks. And everybody's running for your life. So I feel like the Jets and Justin Fields could be seeing that. And when you have the Patriots front 5, that includes Harold Landry, Milton Williams, Christian Barmore, and then Caleb Von Chason. And don't forget to add Keon White to the list. They might dominate that offensive line that has not much experience. And especially on the interior with the guards where you got to go up against Milton Williams and Christian Barmore. It's a good thing for the Patriots. They might take advantage of that and be able to sweep them in Week 11 and Week 16. Hopefully when we get to see that while they're wearing their rivalry jerseys, which are growing on me. I will say that. But that's not until Week 11 or Week 16. We got a game on Sunday, Week 1 of the NFL season against the Las Vegas Raiders. So who you got? Type your NEs down in the chat. I want to know how many people think that the Patriots are going to blow out the Raiders. So spam your NEs. And while you're down there, if you made it to the end of the video, go ahead, hit that sub button. We're on our way to 29,000. We got a watch party on Sunday, so you're not going to want to miss out. Hit that sub button. And as always, let's go Pats.